Hello and welcome to round 5 of the TW Steel DMAX Championship. We've come back to Milton Keynes, but this time with a bit of a twist. So just behind me is turn 7. Ordinarily drivers accelerate from there straight through to turn 8. However, we've blocked that off and introduced the cliff chicane. It's an easy left into a sharp right, followed by a sharp left back into turn 8. So as well as confusing drivers used to the circuit, it's going to add about 2 seconds per lap. The Milton Keynes International Circuit is an undulating track, starting at the top over there and coming down here towards the bottom. At the previous round at Ella Park we had great visibility. To ensure that we get that coverage again, I'm going to have to go up in this, which is no good as I'm extremely scared of heights. So straight into the heavy enduro then. Wisniewski kept first at the start, defending from the pressure of Bennett into the first corner. Carter then took Bennett for second up the inside of turn 11. Bennett was swamped out of turn 5. And then this happened, leaving him down in 9th with a mountain to climb. Wisniewski did well to get pole, but Carter was on the move in the race, forcing Adrian off the racing line and took first through turn 6. Bennett had the bit between his teeth and pulled for a number of moves to get himself back up to 3rd. While Carter took the win, the fighting wasn't over behind him. Pender made a surprise attack on Bennett on the very last corner. Bennett took to the curbs but still managed to keep 3rd with just 2 tenths between them. So another win for Carter, and Wisniewski was thrilled with his first podium of the season. Chris Carter takes the lead of the championship from James Griffith with another win. Rob Bennett keeps 3rd with that champion's drive from 9th to 3rd, and all whilst feeling under the weather. Adrian Wisniewski jumps from 10th to 7th with that 2nd place finish. Now with the Inter-Enduros, Bobby Trundley made a clean start, keen to convert his pole position. Meanwhile, Chapman went backwards. Everyone made their way through turn 8. Well, nearly everyone. The top 3 pull away from the field. Chapman starts to make his way back up the field that is nearly collected by Curtis. He continues moving up the field, turn 11's a favourite. Hull's misjudged manoeuvre at turn 4 literally turned Chapman's race around. He wasn't happy about it. Hull takes a wider racing line than most. Trundley made his way carefully through the back markers. Kind of. Nat was running in 3rd until this altercation. Holmes moves back into a podium position. Trundley comes through turn 11 to take his maiden victory of the season, and he sounds pretty happy about it. Joe Holmes had won every round this year, but not this one. Bobby Trundley was determined to beat Holmes at some point this year. He did his homework, focused, and got the job done. Holmes maintains his lead of the championship, but with his first win of the season and only 36 points behind, can Bobby carry the momentum forward into a title challenge? Luke Cousins goes from 20th to 11th with yet another podium in only his 2nd endurance appearance. He's definitely going to be one to watch this year. On board with 3rd, 4th, 7th and 10th for the Lights Enduro round 5, Sibley already moving up. Hackworth challenges Golding for the lead while Leslie has a torrid start. He tries to fight back, narrowly avoids being wiped out and loses another position, 7th to 10th on that one. Hackworth makes an uncharacteristic mistake. That was close. Close battles develop through the field. Golding had his work cut out with a double attack on his lead. Whiting has the line and Golding runs wide. Hackworth needs no invitation, dropping Golding to 3rd. Whiting never looked back and took another victory, but it wasn't all over yet. Leslie puts a move on Sam Bennett right in the penultimate corner. And Jane Gibbons gets past him too, literally on the last corner. Tom Golding takes the lead of the championship from Sibley following his third place finish, but with only 3 points in it, it's still anyone's game. In fact, there is just 11 points between first and fourth, with a number of top drivers throughout the lights category. It's proving to be one of the most exciting championships. Jane Gibbons moves up into 16th position following that plucky move on Sam Bennett on the very last corner, and Tansy Besant moves up 3 places to 17th overall. Here we go then with the heavy heats final. Pender goes very wide, taken to the grass and reshaping the barrier, and swamped into turn 8. They all squeeze through without incident. Oh dear! Once again, good battles throughout the field. Carter wrestles past Zaustovic in typical fashion and takes the lead. It's anyone's win on the last corner, but Zaustovic has it by a whisker. What a finish! A 10th between first and second, just 100th between second and third. Chris Carter continues to lead the championship, but Zaustovic has brought himself right back into contention with that win. Rob Bennett moves up into third position overall following his recent tuition. It appears to have given him that extra edge and able to pull himself from the midfield into podium finishes in both his endurance and heats races. Straight into the Interheats final, they all thunder into turn 2. Holmes already pulls out a significant gap on the pack. Piscors gets tapped by Baster. Alex Mann forgets the cliff chicane. That's what I call getting your elbows out. Trundley and Cousins are in a race of their own, while Holmes disappears down the road. Piscors catches Baster and uses a classic overtaking move to get past. Keen to make amends for his Enduro defeat, Holmes dominated the heats and wins the final. Holmes has led the championship since the start, and Trunley's been a steady second throughout. Third place has changed 3 times, with Cousins having maintained third position for the past 2 rounds. Alan Curtis moves up 5 places to 7th, and Andrew Knapp falls 2 places to 8th. The lights get a clean start at the front, with Hackworth keeping the lead. Hucknall gets a tap into turn 2. Golding is on the move, having started 8th. While Leslie and King have been squabbling, Golding has caught them up. King steals third back from Leslie into 10. Hucknall's been battling with Hunt for a while. Finally, he gets the move to stick. Better check. Golding demotes Leslie into 5th with King's third place in his sights. Golding attacks King, who goes up the curb, and Leslie takes them both into turn 2. Hackworth will be happy with that win. Having sat out for round 4, he stamped his authority on this race. Second place Whiting must have wondered where he'd gone. No change in the top 3, however, Leslie has finished just outside the top 3 in the last couple of rounds, yet still managed to hold on to second in the championship. If he can start getting back on the podium, he could be a serious contender for the title. Chris Hackworth is back. I refer to him as the machine, always attacking the track. Chris is one of only a few drivers that does not allow frustrations to cloud his racing. You'll never see him gesticulating after being blocked or receiving a shunt. He keeps his head down and he gives it his all. Now he's back, Golding and Leslie will have their work cut out to keep ahead of him. So that's all from round 5. Join us for round 6 at Rye House on the 19th of July.